April Schroeder. I'm your president of the school board this year. And I would like to introduce Shelby Champ, who's going to sing the national anthem. If we could all rise, please.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bolts bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Shelby. That was beautiful. Being that this is the evening of the stars, I would like to introduce 4 people that I believe are stars in our district. My co-board members, back there, Nancy Merrill, if you could go ahead and wave. Tina McGann. Corey Cassell. And our newest board member, Brian Stanwood. They are a great team to work with. And there's another person from another companion and people that partner with us in the district. I'm going to introduce Jonna Thompson, the president of the Enumclaw Schools Foundation.
Okay, I'm the first that gets to walk down the red carpet. I feel very special. I brought you all a present this evening. If you have not gotten your Enumclaw Schools Foundation tote bag, be sure to go back to the table in the back there by Buzzy's Express, and get yourself a tote bag, because this is our promotional item for this year, and we would love to have you have one, and we'd love to see them all over town around Enumclaw and Black Diamond. The mission of the Enumclaw Schools Foundation is enhancing educational opportunities for all students of the Enumclaw School District. And I want to just showcase 3 programs so that you know what that looks like to us. First, full-day kindergarten. Lots and lots of volunteers and donors work together to find a way to bring full-day kindergarten back to the Enumclaw School District. The 4-year gap between funding full-day kindergarten for all students was filled by 110 scholarships for kindergartners through the annual dinner auction, which raised nearly $350,000 in 5 years. Together, and that is thanks to many, many of the people who are in this room who worked very hard to raise that money and to fund those scholarships. Together we helped keep a full-day kindergarten classroom open in each of our 5 elementaries, and we made it easy for the Enumclaw School Board to decide to fund full-day kindergarten again for all students this fall when the funds became available. So thank you, everybody in this room who did that and worked with us on that project. The second project is happening next Thursday right here in this room, and it's the STEM Expo. Raise your hand if you've heard about the STEM Expo happening next week. Good, that's great. Okay, now together, the acronym for STEM is, everybody together, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. Very good, very informed group. So the STEM Expo has been championed by the Enumclaw Schools Foundation. One of our board members had a vision that we needed to start showcasing STEM curriculum and start working and partnering more with the businesses in the local area to do more with STEM, and that's how we got started. The expo is designed to excite Enumclaw School District students about careers related to STEM, and it's also to showcase the classrooms in our buildings who are implementing STEM curriculum. We invite you to find out more about who the exhibitors are going to be next week and some of the special guests that we're having by going to the Enumclaw Schools Foundation on Facebook. So go to Facebook and go Enumclaw Schools Foundation, or you can find us off of the district's Facebook page. The third program I want to tell you about is our Enrichment and Innovation Grants. We have funded over $60,000 of grants since our grant program started for staff in the fall of 2010. So I see that there's a lot of teachers in the room. So if you've received a grant from the Enumclaw Schools Foundation, please raise your hand. Great, look at all these teachers we have helped. We have helped the students in these teachers' class by giving them funds to fund projects that were not available in their school building budget. An example of some of the projects that we're funding this year include, we purchased a 3D printer for Thunder Mountain. We are working on a reading program for English language learners at both of the middle schools. We purchased an introductory STEM robotics with Lego We Do It program for 4th and 5th graders at Kibler. We purchased reading books at Southwood and Kibler, and we help fund the dancing classroom program at Sunrise. And at Westwood, for the 5th graders, we purchased an ecosystem plant investigations program. That's not everything that we're funding this year, that just is giving you an idea of the types of things that we're funding that directly help students in our buildings. Our slogan this year is, help us help kids, and that's what's on our green tote bag. So, a couple of ways that you can help us to do more for the students of Enumclaw School District is join us at our 4th annual Jazzing Up Education Luncheon. This year it's on March 4th. I've got my Mardi Gras beads on here to remind me to tell you about that. And also, you can make a donation through our website or donate through United Way, or there's a campaign in the spring that we're a part of called Give Big. And if you sign up in the back, our table is back there with the green bags. If you sign up on our email list, we'll send you an email newsletter about when Give Big happens so that you can make a donation to us at that time if you'd like to. So we certainly need to partner with you to raise the funds that we need to continue doing the projects that we're doing in the buildings. I'd like to ask the members of the Enumclaw School Board to please stand up so I can recognize these hard-working volunteers. If you're in the room, please stand up. Just stand up all now and I'll read your names. Our board members are Bob Baer, Shannon Campbell, Brenda Caravello, Myra Caravello, Joanne Dunn, Kathy Fallon Matthews, Dale Holland, Carrie Marquand, Nancy Merrill, Joan Welsh, Amy Zydeco, I don't know, she has a really hard last name. And our newest member, Sandra Welch. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. Okay, so remember to stop in the back and get yourself a tote, to sign up for our newsletter, to join us at the STEM Expo next week, and to sign up and join us also at the Jazzing Up Education Luncheon, and to like us on Facebook, Enumclaw Schools Foundation, And I want to thank all of you in the room who have made a donation to the Enumclaw Schools Foundation or have volunteered in any way. We couldn't do it without your help, and together we are enhancing educational opportunities for the students of the Enumclaw School District. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonna, and thank you to the Enumclaw Schools Foundation. And one more thing, if you shop Amazon, go ahead and go to the Schools Foundation website first and shop through there, and they get credit back. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Mr. Nelson and his special guest, co-host Ryan Seacrest.
Mike, it's really nice to be out here, red carpet events. I love red carpet events.
Yeah, great. You have a new cast this year. You've got like Harry.
I do.
And,
yeah.
Keith and J-Lo.
Keith, I love his Australian accent, he's a great guy, I love him. Yeah.
He is awesome. Well, this is an amazing event. I can't believe that we have somebody so famous come and join us. And before we get started, I think we have some thank yous to say. We have an amazing food services crew, and they're walking out right now. Please join me in thanking them. We did a superb job. We had Project Lead the Way here. We had our typing agent, our brand new typing program, and we had robotics here. We had our chamber quintet from our high school over here. Just amazing. Wasn't it amazing beforehand?
Amazing beforehand. I loved it.
Excellent. And it's just going to be an action-packed night. Let me just do a couple introductions. Juanita Karsten is a city council member from the Enumclaw. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate that. I'm going to quickly run through our leadership team, just so you know who people are. Director of Business and Operations, Tim Madden over here. Director of Student Support Services, Ann Chambers. Director of Human Relations, I found her, out of the crowd, Stevie Berryhill. Director of Curriculum Instruction, Terry Parker. You're going to hear from him a little bit later. And then I'm just going to quickly name our principals. Jill Burns, principal of Enumclaw High School. Phil Ingebrigtsen, Kevin Smith, Paul Yakabazi, assistant principals at Enumclaw High School. We've got Ginger Collison and Chad Davison, administrators from Thunder Mountain. Steve Rapp and Will Osborne, administrators from Enumclaw Middle School. And our elementary principals, Jerry Garton, Chris Beals, Julene Miller, Carrie Marquand, and Susan Arbery. So we'll give them all a round. So I'm so excited for this evening, but I know, Ryan, you had a chance to talk with Chase Olson today. And Chase is our ASB president.
I did. Very cool, young, handsome young man. I love him, yeah.
We do. We are really fortunate to have such a cool, really handsome young man as an Enumclaw High School. Enumclaw High School ASB president. He was awesome. But he told you a few things about what's going on at the high school.
He did. He let me know that it was finals week this week, and I actually got to see all the students working really hard, to study for those super, super hard tests that the really cool teachers are giving out right now, Mrs. Russ. And I also got to see the school's unity. They all, I love seeing that they all went to go support their Enumclaw basketball team. That was great to see. Drake Rademacher dunking just about every play, and it was really good to see. Every single play, almost. Every occasional three by Jorge Espinoza, that was awesome. And and also I just love to see the school spirit support for the Seahawks. I'm going down the halls and I see a Richard Sherman jersey just about everywhere I look, and it's so great to see that they're supporting such a classy young football player. What a stand-up act.
I'm speechless. That's just great. But there's some other pretty amazing programs going on in our school district. And this evening I think is about featuring maybe 3 of the amazing programs that occurred in 2013 at Enumclaw High School. And so I'm seeing somebody at the end of the red carpet.
Yes, there are. There is Mrs. Burns, Principal Jill Burns, somewhere out there. She makes her way down the red carpet. Oh, all right, there she is. And then there's EHS teacher Molly Chang walking down. Yeah, give her a round of applause. Then there's EHS student TJ Archer.
I'm TJ. We have
Oh, all right, that's
Mrs.
TJ.
Chang is going to introduce the students.
We have a
Oh,
new
I think that was the key.
great, awesome, I love it. And are they being escorted down by a celebrity? Is there a celebrity escorting them?
I'm the celebrity.
Celebrities? Oh, okay, celebrity, all right.
I think he'll come later.
Is he coming later? He's coming later, great,
If it's Kanye
okay.
West, I swear.
All right, yeah, give them a round of applause as they walk up here. Mrs. Burns, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, thank you so much. We're very excited to be able to be here this evening and to highlight one of our new programs at EHS. I have with me teacher Molly Chang and several students from our new Hornet Alternative Learning Program. And this program was really started this year in an effort to meet our vision, which is absolutely about all kids. And if we truly mean all kids and every student graduating from Enumclaw High School post-high school ready, we have to provide a variety of pathways and avenues to be successful. And in recognition of this, a number of things happen with kids along their way as they start their journey through high school. Many kids, for a variety of reasons, can get behind, so we need to provide support opportunities for those students. In addition, exceptional circumstances occur in life, and we have to be able to find ways to be flexible and to provide support opportunities. So this new program, HOW, we're so excited this year to have this program on our campus and to have Molly working. And I'm not going to talk any longer. I'm going to hand it over to Molly to talk a little bit about the specifics of the program and for these lovely ladies tonight to share a little bit of their story.
Thank you. This is pretty cool, isn't it? Welcome. My goal for tonight is really just to give you a brief overview of what a day in our program looks like, and then I want to turn it over to our superstars, the people who are actually day-to-day working through the alternative learning program. So we currently serve about 40 kids at the high school. These are grades 9 through 12, and they come to us for a variety of reasons, most of them very credit deficient. Their day is divided between classes with me, could be anywhere from 1 to 4 periods, and classes on the Enumclaw High School campus. So when they're with me, we get online and we work through online classes to retrieve credits that we have missed in the past, but also we're working towards earning new credits to get on that path towards graduation. These girls are doing an incredible job. We have a group going really strongly right now, and I'm very proud of what we've accomplished so far. I think one of the things that really makes our program different is that we're not just an online program. These kids are not working at home independently trying to motivate themselves. They can do that as part of their program. However, they are required to work on campus with me during those periods they have the alternative learning classes. So they're working online, earning credits, and it's amazing what we've accomplished so far. So just to give you a brief little overview, all of the seniors that we got this year at the beginning of the school year were deficient in credits. They were not going to graduate on time. And I'm really happy and excited to say that at semester, 85% of our seniors are now either graduating in June or are exceeding credit expectations for the semester, and that June graduation is now a real possibility for them. So we're very proud of that. And I'll have you know that I asked for a couple volunteers, and as you can see, we've got some enthusiasm in this group, so I know they're excited to share their stories, so I'll turn it over now. So go ahead and introduce yourselves. Are you first now? Okay, awesome.
Hi, I'm not TJ Archer. My name is Jessie Williams, and I am a senior here at EHS in the Hall program. Now, I say senior very vaguely because I'm probably closer to a freshman, both in height and in credit deficiency. 8 months ago, I was the girl that you tell your kids not to look at on the city bus because I was scary. My highest grade I'd ever accomplished was a D-, and I have some teachers from middle school that could probably vouch for that. I was ready to just drop out, give up, and park myself on my mother's couch. Then I got a letter saying that I qualified for a new alternative program at the high school called this HOW. I talked to the wonderful Miss Chang about it, and I signed myself up. Now, 8 months later, with a lot of motivation and help from Miss Chang and my friends, My lowest grade this semester is a D+. I'll be walking across the stage at White River Amphitheater in 2015, and you will probably still tell your kids not to look at me on the bus.
Hi everyone, my name is Vanessa Torres. I'm a senior this year, and I never would have thought that I'd be graduating this year. In reality, because sophomore year, I had made some really poor choices. I ended up failing my entire year, sophomore year, and I doubted myself, and without the support from my teachers and my loved ones, I wouldn't be standing here today. Especially Miss Chang and Kathy Calvert, they have pushed me to do so much. Miss Chang's room, some kids, you know, when they're in school, they don't want to be in class. There's some kids that skip, or they just sleep, or they don't pay attention. Me, in Miss Chang's class, I feel like it's another home to me. I do my work, I pay attention, and I'm focused almost the entire class. And I have her for 3 periods. You wouldn't think that that's possible, would you? The HELP program is really good for most kids who have failed or done poor choices in life because it gives you an extra push. It makes you believe in yourself. And without that program, I wouldn't be saying today that I will graduate this year and I will walk with my class. And for everyone who did doubt me, I will prove them wrong. I want to give a big thank you to the people who made the HELP program possible for me and all the other students in the class. And a big thank you to my family and my friends and all the people who support me. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Anissa. I'm a senior at Enumclaw High School. I am new this year, but even though I was on foreign grounds at school, I felt welcomed. I felt that I were going to truly achieve full happiness here, and I have. I really want to start off by saying that if anybody is dedicated and devoted to this program, they will achieve major success. I dropped out my junior year. I was really never motivated, and I was actually in another virtual program in the city of Kent. I spent a whole year empty-handed. I think I got 1 credit for attendance. I'm here as a living witness to say that second chances really do exist. Having 11 courses finished, which is 5.5 credits already gained, which is a complete 360. My second chance really changed me from who I was to who I am today. I am happier. I have great friends and many great memories. I wouldn't be standing here today without the endless support of my family or my sisters who have inspired me to achieve everything that I can in life. But overall, my main reason here is actually sitting in that chair. He's my dad. He works so hard every day to prove to me that I can be a better person in life. I wouldn't be here passing without Miss Chang. Without her endless pep talks and always behind my back or asking if I needed help, I would literally be at 0 credits gained. But I will graduate. I will be the first daughter to walk across that stage in my cap and gown, and I am a proud Hornet.
My name is Nikki Ritter, and throughout my high school career, I had a really hard time passing all my classes. And by sophomore year, I had made many poor choices and failed all of my classes. In junior year, I was so far behind, I didn't try, so I decided to try another online school, which was very unsuccessful for me, with no motivation, nobody helping me. So halfway through junior year, I dropped out, and I was very depressed and felt like a failure. Recently, I decided that I would be so much more happy and proud of myself if I tried to get my high school diploma, so I joined the HOW program with the help of Ms. Chang, most motivational and best teacher I know. I have come from having 6 credits to 12 in only half a year. I will be graduating and making my family and myself proud.
is Ariana Sherman. I am in the program. I'm in the HELP program because I missed about 2.5 years due to medical problems and personal issues. And I am in the HELP class 3 periods a day with Ms. Chang, and I have finished 10 classes, which is 5 credits total. And that was all in 1 semester. I am glad that I got the opportunity to retry at Success. Right now, my lowest grade is a C minus. I have never had a C minus in the middle of the year, and I am very proud of that. And I will walk across that stage on June 9th, 2014, due to Ms. Chang and this HELP program, and I want to thank everybody for all that.
I think we have Ryan. I think we have a special guest to escort him back.
We do. I knew there was a celebrity here. It's Richard Sherman. What's up, Richard? Wow, what a great guy. What a great guy. Hey, Richard. Richard. All right. He doesn't want to say anything.
Doesn't want to give out interviews anymore?
Nope, no more interviews, I guess.
Ryan,
Surprising.
Did you invite Mr. Crabtree?
He was too scared, you know. He heard Sherman was here, so he's no way, you know.
I thought maybe his invitation got deflected or something.
Yeah, that was good.
I tried.
All right.
I tried. The HELP program really couldn't be in existence without really the vision of our board of directors and believing as staff when we present new ideas that we believe will help meet our mission of all students achieving at high levels, and all means all, not just some. And we have, as you saw, students that come to us with a variety of different circumstances. And how do we meet a child where they are and take them to the next level and prepare them to take a step after Enumclaw High School? And I'm just so thankful for 2013 to come and a great program and Hornet Alternative Learning. But we have more.
We have more, that's right. We actually have Mr. Parker coming up across the red carpet, being escorted by Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is, oh, there she is.
There she is, everyone. Taylor Swift. Come down with Mr. Parker. There they come. There they come. Give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Ryan, Mike. This is exciting. How many opportunities does a guy get in their life to be escorted down the red carpet by Taylor Swift? Hey, that's awesome. I'm taking it. We are so grateful and shocked to receive this recognition this evening. And even though we're shocked, I just happened to write a little acceptance speech highlighting three of our very exciting and important programs that have been newly implemented in instructional technology in our district. So, first, I'd like to thank the Academy and my agent and my mother and my wife and the Seahawks, and Richard Sherman even, for helping me become the person I am today. Haven't you just always wanted to say that? The person saying that in an award show? So this is kind of my Walter Mitty moment with that. By the way, by the way, as a community service and a programming note, the E! Entertainment Network will air a special edition of Enumclaw Fashion Police with Joan Rivers, where she will brutally evaluate the outfits worn by each of our recipients this evening, and I'm certainly hoping for high marks. Okay? Probably time to transition from questionable comedy to the real reason I'm up here this evening, and that is to introduce 3 exciting programs of instructional step technology in our school district from this past year. 3 years ago, we made a significant shift to implementing and utilizing instructional technology in every single classroom in our district. We were able to purchase laptop computers projectors and document cameras and interactive whiteboards and laptop cards and use those in our classrooms every day with all of our kids. As a result, our students have realized a level of learning and engagement that is absolutely unprecedented in our district. Similarly, for the past couple of years, our development of the STEM programs that Jonna mentioned earlier in our district has been rapid and wide-ranging. Okay? We are well on our way to becoming, without exaggerating, a district that is being recognized across our state as developing a world-class STEM program. And it's really exciting, and it takes the work of all of the people in our district. I'd like to introduce specifically the 3 programs that serve as a representative sample of our technology and STEM activities in the district. We have lots of things going on, other programs, but tonight we choose to highlight these 3 programs. First of all, our elementary keyboarding program. Okay? For the first time ever, we are teaching full 10-finger keyboarding on a regular basis to all of our 2nd through 5th grade students in every one of our elementary schools. Did you have a chance to see our kids in action over here on this table earlier? They were just awesome what they were doing. I was talking to some 3rd grade kids, and they were just plugging away on the keyboard, and it was just bringing back lots of stories about what my high school was like, learning about keyboarding. Our keyboarding program is being spearheaded by Bob Kilmer, who's an EHS technology teacher and has taken a lot of the leadership role, and it's being taught by our district librarians who are doing just a fabulous job. And I'd like to introduce them right now. So first of all, Janie Ingram. Janie, would you stand up? Janie is at Southwood and Westwood Elementary Schools teaching the kids keyboarding as well as library. Judy Sullivan is at Black Diamond teaching keyboarding as well as serving as high school librarian. And Mark Hansen. Where's Mark? Mark from Black Diamond and Byron Kibler Elementary, working with the students there. Anna Kilcup is with our students at Sunrise Elementary. Marilyn Deal, who is coordinating access to our keyboarding program at both of our middle schools. Our students are using a typing program called Typing Agent, which is a totally web-based program that allows them to access and practice 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, at school or at home. And that's an exciting aspect of the program. The goal is for our 2nd and 3rd grade kids to 10-finger key. The goal is at the 4th grade level to keyboard 1 full page in a single sitting, and our 5th grade kids to keyboard 2 full pages at a single sitting. And those kids are well on their way, and it's really exciting to see the progress that they're making with that. We're having such early success this year with this brand new program that we're already considering dropping down the program next year to include 1st graders in our keyboarding as well, because we think with the practice they're getting currently, they can handle this, which I think will be exciting as well. So, the elementary keyboarding program, thank you students, thank you staff, you're doing a terrific job, and we're proud of you. Second program I'd like to introduce is called our Middle School Project Lead the Way program. It's a national curriculum that provides rigorous and interesting STEM experiences for middle school kids in engineering and robotics. The program has been implemented at both EMS and Thunder Mountain last year for 7th and 8th grade students. Hopefully you had a chance to see the work in the back corner that those kids brought to display to show what they're engaging with. Okay? The first teachers in our program last year were Kim Taylor in EMS. Kim, would you stand up? From Thunder Mountain Middle School. They spent countless hours getting the program ready for launch, and as part of that preparation, spent 2 full weeks in training up in Seattle during the summer of 2012 to become certified to teach the program. Now this past year, we have added 2 more teachers and lots more kids to the Project Lead the Way program at both middle schools. We have Therese Nolan, who was at Enumclaw Middle School. Is Therese here? And we also have Dawn Hoyer, who is at Thunder Mountain Middle School. So all 4 of these talented instructors are teaching courses for 7th and 8th graders. We have beginning level courses for 7th and 8th graders. We have an advanced course this year, and this program is just growing, and taking off. One other comment I'd like to make about this, the level of technical expertise that our kids are experiencing in Project Lead the Way. In the design course, design and modeling is called, the kids are using CAD-type design tools that's called Inventor, all right? And in the robotics course, they're using a program and robot kits called Robot C. And every one of these kids I talk to, they're just into it. They're into it, and they're learning high-level things, and we're real proud of them. So thank you, Project Lead the Way. Okay? The third program that I would like to highlight and introduce this evening is the Enumclaw High School Robotics Program. All right. As part of our district-wide STEM expansion, we've launched a full year class in robotics at the high school. Okay? The demonstration you may have seen, and all the robots that are still back there, are done by the kids with the robots that they have programmed and put together and built, displaying different types of skills. One of the robots the guys were showing me was climbing stairs. They programmed it, designed it so that it could climb stairs as a task. They have lots of other things going on like that. Even though they're using Legos type kits this year, they're programming and building complete structures that perform multiple tasks. Their programming skills have allowed them to enter manipulating robots in the virtual world. I thought that was so cool. They program, they design, and then they watch the computer to see what their robot can actually do. And so that's really cutting edge, great stuff. In addition to the new robotics program, we have the 4th year of an extracurricular robotics club at the high school. And what's exciting about that is for the 4th year in a row, our kids are competing in the state tournament of robotics competition. This year, those kids are competing this Sunday at Enumclaw High School at 11 o'clock. And 4 of our students have been with the program for 4 years. And those students are Paul Cruz, J.J. Craig, Mike Peterson, and Alex Hebrink. I'd also like to introduce terrific leader and teacher in this program, Mr. Jim Loveford. There he is back there. Past many months, we spent countless hours researching programs around the state and other high schools to try to give our kids the best robotics curriculum experience that he can. And he's also the head coach of our state-bound robotics program. Jim, thank you very much. All right, as I mentioned, this is just a sampling of the instructional technology programs and activities and initiatives that are occurring in our district. We're having great success, a great time. We anticipate expanding, continuing to expand with these in our STEM programs. And to put it mildly, I think we have a real bright future. So thank you.
Wow, Mr. Parker, that sounds like some great stuff going on. That's awesome. I mean, that's just great. Instructional technology sounds like really cool stuff. What do you think, Mr. Nelson?
I'm thinking it's pretty cool. I think we have an instructional technology levy coming up as well.
That's right, we do.
And there's some information on the table that talks a little bit about how we can take the work that we've done in technology to a new level for the next 6 years. So make sure you take a look at that star chart and a postcard that you'll be receiving in the mail for all citizens in the Enumclaw School District. It's also on your table. And I know some of you have received ballots in your mail today. At least the Black Diamond side of our district did. I received some Enumclaw head shaking as well. So either today or tomorrow, you're going to be receiving ballots about that technology election, which will be important for us to take what Mr. Parker talked about to new levels. All right. Are we seeing anybody else down at the
We are, Mr. Nelson, we are. We actually have, at that end of the red carpet, Principal Carrie Marquand, oh, sorry, awesome name. Black Diamond Principal Jerry Garten and teachers Debbie Evans and Holly Bizone.
But before they walk down,
they are being escorted by Macklemore himself. Macklemore, yes, he is here. Look at that. There he is.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you, Mr. Nelson. And thank you, McElroy, for that great walk down the red carpet. I'm excited tonight. I just want to start out with, I believe we work, we live, and we have the opportunity to have our children in the best school district in the whole state of Washington. Absolutely. You listen to what our kids are doing at the high school level. I don't know how many dry eyes there were in this room, but it was pretty amazing. It's fun for Carrie and I, and for my staff, a couple of my great teachers, to take and talk about the foundation of where it all begins, and that is with our young stars, our kindergartners. I know that in Enumclaw and across all of our schools, the importance of reading each and every day is demonstrated, illustrated, and modeled throughout the day. And I would be amiss if I didn't start out by reading to you as well. The book I chose is All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. And I truly believe you'll remember some of these things. All I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom was not the top of the graduate school mountain, but there in the sand pile at school, there were the things that I needed to learn. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back when you found them, where you found them. Clean up your own mess, and don't take things that aren't yours. Say you're sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat, and remember to flush. Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Live a balanced life. Learn some, think some, draw, paint, sing, dance, and play, and work every day. Take a nap every afternoon. When you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, and remember, hold hands and stick together. Beware of wonder. Remember the little seed in that styrofoam cup? The roots go down, the plant goes up, and nobody really knows how or why. But we all are like that. Goldfish and hamsters, white mice, and even little seeds in styrofoam cups, they all die. So do we. And then remember Dick and Jane. Remember their books and the first word that you learned. The biggest word of all was look. I'm going to take you on a little journey. Enumclaw School District they were one of the first districts in our state in 2003 to take and launch what was called all-day, full-day kindergarten for every child. Every child in Enumclaw and Black Diamond were given the opportunity to go to kindergarten for the full day at no charge. It was amazing to see and hear the support in the professional development, the support that happened within the classrooms that happened throughout our system. We have amazing leaders that knew that they needed to take and go to research-based instructional practices and bring in the very best trainers to take and work with our staff. Those kindergartners who are now sophomores here at this amazing high school, and I'm going to stop for a moment. Do we have any of those sophomores that are sitting in our audience? If we do, could you please stand so that we can take and say, you guys are amazing. You're amazing. What I have to tell you about this special group of young people, they have taken and left a legacy no matter where they've been and in what school. They are leaders, they are scholars, they're athletes, they're kind, they're compassionate, and they're making a difference in what they do. And they're going to continue to do that. I also, before I introduce two amazing teachers, I want to honor and recognize that first group of full-day kindergarten teachers. I've seen some of them in the audience. If you are one of those, please stand so that we can recognize and honor you as well. You're the ones that took the lead, and you took the torch and went out there. At this time, I'm going to take and introduce you to Debbie Evans and Holly Bazan, who are going to take and share a little bit about their story.
Thank you, Jerry. My name is Debbie Evans, and I teach full-day kindergarten at Black Diamond Elementary. This is my teaching partner, Holly Bazan. And I was going to just share with you a little bit about my when I first got hired at Black Diamond Elementary, just straight out of college. And I walked in and the principal said, well, just so you know, our kindergarten program is full day. And I said, oh my goodness, they're 5 years old. How are we going to keep them there full day? And I was right on just one little part. Those first 2 weeks, they looked at me and said, Mrs. Evans, can we take a nap? And I said, if you can get everybody in here to take a nap, we'll take a nap. Didn't happen. But what did happen was that within 2 weeks, their stamina was there, our expectations were high, and they met those expectations. I was so excited, and I was so wrong for even doubting that they would do that. I knew the district knew what they were doing. However, I hadn't seen it before. I'd only seen half-day programs. So I felt very fortunate. I loved the expectations we had for them. I loved seeing them reach those goals, and I loved the social time that we were able to connect with those kids. However, then the day came. And I don't know if you remember, it was snowing. And Jerry came to us and said, Mr. Nelson has called a meeting. We're like, what? All the kindergarten teachers need to go to this meeting today after school. I'm afraid to drive in the snow. But I did. I followed Jerry. Slow down. Anyways, we got there and all of the kindergarten teachers were sitting there and Mr. Nelson had to give us the news. And I could tell he had a lump in his throat because this program was his baby. And he said that because of district funding, or state funding, I apologize, state funding, the program was being cut. And it would be tuition-based for full-day kindergarten and half-day would be for all the kids that chose to, or all the families that chose to have half-day kindergarten, rather than pay the tuition. We were all heartbroken. It was a difficult time. It wasn't only difficult because we knew we were losing a great program, but now we had to figure out how to put all of the standards that we needed to get to into this half-day program. And we did it. And over many tiers and over lots and lots of planning and restructuring of our program, we were able to do it, but we could tell we needed to do more. And then we were called over the summertime. And we were told that Mr. Nelson and the board, and the board members have decided to bring full-day kindergarten back to Enumclaw School District.
With the Common Core standards being introduced to us, it sets a lot of high expectations on us teachers, as well as these little 5- and 6-year-olds that we teach every day. And having a full-day program, we are able to do things like intervention, our enrichment. Our enrichment, we're able to dive deeper with these children and really prepare them for first grade and the other grades to come for them. They leave us ready to move on. Also, having full-day kindergarten, us as teachers, which this is very important to both Debbie and I, we're able to establish a relationship with these children. We give them a positive, safe environment to be in, and we're able to bond with these children over a longer period of time and the whole school year. In fact, we have some little friends back here, some kindergarten friends from Westwood and Black Diamond that would love to perform for you.
Chubby little snowman had a carrot nose. Along came a rabbit, and what do you suppose? That hungry little bunny, looking for his lunch, ate the snowman's carrot nose. Nibble, nibble, crunch!
Well, that's a tough act to follow. You can see the stars of the show really are the kids, and that is why we're all here in the Enumclaw School District. Well, the day that we learned that our district funds had been cut back and that we were losing our full-day kindergarten funding really was a blow. I wasn't the only one with the knot in his throat. It was probably the most satisfying educational innovation in my career, and seeing that go was really brokenhearted. So we knew that some parents would want and be able to support that for their children, but we didn't know if we'd have enough kids that could go fund an all-day kindergarten to have one at each school. We also were very concerned that perhaps the kids who needed it the very most would not have that opportunity. And so, what were we going to do? Well, through the leadership of Nancy Merrill and the Enumclaw School Foundation, we had some pretty awesome dinners and auctions. And probably a few of you have attended one of those, maybe dropped a dime or two in the cause. We had lots and lots of volunteers in our communities and schools to put together fabulous dinners and auctions 5 years in a row. And we funded, you heard John say before, all of those kindergarten scholarships. It was enough that we kept a full-day program at every single school, at least one, and it was enough that we saved teachers' jobs in that era where teachers were losing their jobs and we were all having to cut back. If you were part of any part of those auctions, if you donated to the auction, if you helped with it, if you planned them, if you helped with any part of the auction, would you stand up? Maybe you made a cake for that dessert auction, and we have a little gift for you. Our full-day kindergarten students here are going to just stay standing until you get your bookmark to commemorate our journey of that full-day kindergarten. It was really, it was a lot of work, and I see more of you that I think could stand up. I know you're setting tables, and I remember hauling all that stuff around. But it was a fabulous effort. I'd especially like to thank our Rotary for their generous donations each year, and Scott McGargle with White Linen Catering, who was a huge help to the school's foundation. Oh, and our Enumclaw Schools Foundation, who sponsored this wonderful event. But especially, I'd like to thank Nancy Merrill. And Nancy, I think we have, is it Richard Sherman and Taylor and Robin to escort you? Where'd Nancy go? Where's our escorts? Escorts. Oh, do our escorts have homework?
Yeah, that homework.
I got a couple.
Oh, we got it covered. We have another celebrity.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
The sustaining of our all-day kindergarten would not have happened without Nancy's leadership. And Nancy got her wish this year. It is back. It is back for every kid, every day. You went the extra mile and we have an old tennis shoe for you. Thank you very much. All right. Mr. Seacrest, can I go sing for the judges now? I almost want to do that.
Of course you can.
Well, I guess it's hard to expand a little bit on full-day kindergarten. As many of you know, I was a kindergarten teacher myself when I was an educator. Some of my years as a teacher, I was a full-day kindergarten teacher. And to be in a system that took the risk in 2003 to put it out there for every single child, and then to be the superintendent at the time when there was such horrific budget reductions to have to bring all the kindergarten teachers. And for me, you need to go face to face when you have conversations with people, particularly if it's not pleasant news, and to bring them all in together as a team and talk about having to reduce it. And then the thrill of state funding changing and beginning to change for all of us across the state and be able to bring it back is a huge blessing. And we are thrilled to have full-day kindergarten as one of our 3 stars of 2013.
That's great, Mr. Nelson. I am so glad that I got to fly down here to Washington State from Hollywood. And I'm actually curious to what's going on next in the Enumclaw School District. Can you let us know?
That is a great, great question. And I hope that you saw tonight, more than anything, a system. I know we highlighted 3 programs, but I hope that you felt within those 3 programs that when we make decisions as a school district, we think about it as a system, when we think about it for the long term. Full-day kindergarten is an example of how we can change the system all the way through. Coordinated alternative learning talks about each and every student in our mission statement. And our instructional technology, when we make decisions, that's where we're moving in the future. You know, technology and what kids are doing around the use of computers. We need to be a district that embraces that change, and we need to get our kids set up for that change. So more than anything, I hope that you see that decisions and programs are around building that system. And the board and I talk about very frequently, we need to make decisions not for the present, not that will make us or our district look good tomorrow, but we'll make decisions that will make us and our district look good for many years in the future. And we need to think that through. What will it look like 3 to 4 years from now? How will that sustain change? How will that get us to that next step 3 to 5 years out? Those are the kinds of conversations that we have as a board superintendent and our staff coming together. So that's kind of the vision of where we're heading. As Mr. Parker talked about, our STEM work is definitely a thing of the future. We're beginning to add more and more different kinds of classes at our elementary level, our middle level, and our high school level that looks about not only the keyboarding, but what coding looks like differently than how coding looked like when I was in college at PLU. That our kids need to be exposed to that type of work and understanding in order to set them up for post-high school. Our work in terms of Project Lead the Way from middle level moving into our high school programs, excellent in getting kids ready to be certified post-high school and get different kinds of certification. At the same time, we're ratcheting up our advanced placement classes. Mr. Parker ran the District Instructional Council yesterday. 2 more additional advanced placement classes will be available to our high school students next year, possibly a 3rd. And so we're ratcheting up kids who are really on that track to do some, go into high level types of colleges in the future. So that's a huge part. What we didn't highlight as much as we did last year in our top 10 events are all our amazing arts programs. And we did not want to leave them out of tonight because they are absolutely incredible in our school district. And we weathered the storm. We weathered the time when we had to do this horrific cuts, and we did not cut the arts programs. We ratcheted them up. And we are thrilled to be able to... We're thrilled to be able to say that standing here in 2014 versus my first State of Education address in 2008 wasn't able, I was worried. A part of your table, you're going to see all the different arts events that are coming up this spring. I hope you will take part, whether it's a music or band or a play or the Glassworks program or art show. I hope that you will see that within the future. Of course, we're hitting all of the external pressures and requirements that are coming to us from the federal and state government in terms of moving toward the Common Core standards, moving toward an instructional framework for all staff in order to meet the evaluation standards. We're continuing to use our professional learning communities to change instruction from Friday afternoon, build common formative assessments that really tell us where kids are at, and changing instruction on Monday morning. That's what that Friday afternoon is about. We will be better educators because we have that professional learning community time on Friday afternoon. We will be better educators on Monday. We need to trumpet that all over the state because that's what's being questioned right now down in Olympia in our legislature. Our athletics program are second to none. Our gyms and our fields and are constantly used all over the place. We have amazing coaches. We have amazing athletes. We have, percentage-wise, I think, more students in athletic programs than many of our counterparts. We're able to run programs for our freshmen and sophomores, and many schools don't, our size. But we need kids to be connected to schools. We need them to, if they're connected to schools, they're going to perform higher. We believe in the classroom. One piece to let you know in terms of our future, Ryan, now that you've asked that question, I'm on a roll, I guess, is our Birth to Thought. We're starting a new vision. We're not only a K-5 school district, but we need to work with families from birth to 5. And how might we say we do that? I don't know, because we don't get state funding. But I believe as superintendent, we need to put that out as a strong vision. You know, 15 years ago, we started the Books for Babies program that we sponsor within our school district. Every baby that's born at St. Elizabeth Hospital receives a diaper full of ideas, a little book, a letter from me saying, I'm welcoming you into our school district 5 years from now. They receive that at St. Elizabeth, but we need to follow them all the way through to 5. And we're starting it with a small vision. We met with every single preschool teacher in Enumclaw and Black Diamond for the first time ever in my 15 years in the school district a couple weeks ago, bringing them together as almost a professional learning community among our preschools. We have our second meeting on February 10th. We believe that's going to blossom into a wonderful program that will expand our birth to 5 approach. We believe that connected to our preschool is so vital before they come into our kindergarten classrooms. We know and fully recognize we still have about 30% of our students who don't have any type of preschooling before entering our kindergarten classroom. That's very different than a child who's had maybe 2 to 3 years worth of preschooling. We're seeing an achievement gap before we even get them into kindergarten. we as a system need to take responsibility for lessening that achievement gap even before they come to us. And that's what we're taking responsibility for. So Ryan, I am glad that you asked that question because I just kind of went off on you. How's that?
It's great. Thanks, Mr. Nelson. Everyone give it up for Mr. Nelson. You know, Mike, thank you so much for having me out here. I got to get back to Hollywood before the producers get too mad at me. Thank you, everyone.
It's great to have you. Special thanks to Chase Olson, ASB president at Enumclaw High School. And I threw the concept out to them a bit ago, and that leadership team and the kids that were involved, they stepped up and created this atmosphere. And I know it's a different kind of State of Ed address. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very thankful for those of you who brought some food items. Our schools did some food drive, but always after Christmas, our food banks run low, and so we're very thankful to help replenish that. And you know, it continues. I think a couple speakers mentioned the importance of not only teaching the academics, but in teaching the values of kindness and compassion that and thinking of others. That's important in running a school district. I am so appreciative that you took the time the last hour or two to be here, to be present, to be fully engaged in such an gave such great attention, and I just am so thankful for that. And I just hope that you have an amazing Thursday evening and enjoy. Thanks.